you're talking about the global gateways.
Yeah.
And I was curious what you feel is the main benefit to the university with having these.
You know, give me an hour, give me 2 hours. You know, Ohio State is the most comprehensive, complex university in this country. Part of our overall responsibility is to train citizens for the world. That's one of the reasons that we're going to require every student as a freshman when they come to the university starting in the fall to have a passport. And that is that's going to be one of our requirements, because the passport is the driver's license to the world, and whether you're in Columbus, Ohio, or in Sri Lanka, you need to live in this global world. And so the role of the university is to make certain that we welcome students from nearly 150 different countries now, which we have on this campus, and speak 100 different languages somewhere in that neighborhood. That we welcome them here, and that we create a wonderful educational environment for them, and for you to be part of that. Because if everyone, where are you from?
Columbus.
Yeah, if everyone looked like folks from Columbus, and talked like folks from Columbus, we would be a very uninteresting place. And so the learning environment really requires us to have people who are different from us and who create that kind of intellectual opportunity for discussion. The second thing, though, is for the university to plant its flag in the world. And by doing so, by having programs where students can have access, where faculty can have research projects, where the university can be engaged in community building, we can make an enormous difference, and also that we will learn a great deal. You know, we have been very heavily engaged in Africa for years through our agricultural programs. We've been heavily engaged in India. In fact, one of our faculty members, Ratan Lal, just won the Swaminathan Award, which is given one of the two most important awards given in the world for food and food production, because he was one of the fathers of the Green Revolution. By the way, the interesting story, came out of the Punjab, was educated in the Punjab Agricultural University, which this university helped establish, and then got his PhD here and teaches here now, but attracts some of the best scientists from around the world here. That's the reason we're in these international gateways.
And what progress has been made in setting up the gateways?
We're going to do our first one in China in the summer, and then we'll. Dr. Brustein is there now. He's in China right now, and the reason we're not doing it just simply to associate with one university is the fact that we want to associate with a number of programs in that country. It's more to us. This is highly unusual. Most universities will say, okay, we're going to have an exchange program with the University of Beijing, or the University of or with Shenhua, which are the two major Beijing universities, or with Fudan, which is in Shanghai. Our intent is to have a number of programs in which we can have substantive relationships with significant universities in China, or in India, or in Brazil. Now, that doesn't exclude our interest in programs. I visited one of our programs this summer in Warsaw, for example, or in Dresden. Doesn't preclude us doing that, but it does say that these are going to be our signature efforts.
Okay. And what steps need to be accomplished before we can say, okay, we actually have our gateway?
Oh, what we have to do is doing exactly what we're going to do right now, which is to work through establishing an office. We'll have to hire a person or persons to help run that office, but before we do that, we want to make certain that we have significant interest and significant opportunities. And in India, we already know that. I went to Mumbai and Hyderabad and Delhi this summer for precisely that reason. The state of Ohio, for example, already has an office there, and so we can combine with their office as just one example of the way that we would do that.